Hello students, good morning. So this is your second class. In first class, that is the introductory class, we discussed what is chemistry, what are the different branches of chemistry, and what is symbol, what is radical, how to write the chemical formula, what is a chemical equation, and how to balance a chemical equation. So here we are going to study another terms of chemistry, that is atomic mass and molecular mass, equivalent mass. So atomic mass. So what is atomic mass? So before knowing this atomic mass, first tell me what do you mean by atom? So atom is the smallest particle of an element which can take part in chemical reaction but may or may not have free existence. There are some atoms, they have free existence like are all inert gases, and there are some atoms, they do not have free existence like your hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. So in this case they exist in molecular form. So then how we can determine the atomic mass? So it is, atom is a very small particle. It is very difficult to isolate an atom and to weight it. So in this way, as we cannot isolate an atom and we cannot isolate an atom and we cannot measure what is its weight. So the atomic mass of an element is generally measured by comparing with other. Suppose I want to find out what is the weight of this duster, and I have no weight box, anything else, so simply balance is given, and this is a duster, how to weight this duster, and there are so many number of this type of pen. So in one side I have kept this duster and another side I have kept so many number of pens. So how many number of pens is equal to the weight of this duster? So if this balances, so in this way, in terms of some pen, suppose there are three, the weight of 3 pen is equal to the weight of this duster. In this way we can know, so this duster is 3 times the weight of 1 pen. So the duster is 3 times the weight of this pen. So in this way, what is the weight of an atom? How we can determine? By comparing with another atom. So in this way there are different standards are taken for measuring, for to find out the weight of atom, and first hydrogen is taken as the standard, and in this way so many the atomic mass of so many elements found to be fractional, and then after oxygen is taken as the standard, but here also so many cases found the fractional value. In this way, another, the most stable, carbon has different isotopes, carbon 12 and carbon 13, but the carbon 12 isotope is the more stable isotope, and this is also evidently found. So as it is evidently found and the carbon 12 isotope is very much stable, in this way by comparing with this carbon 12 isotope, the atomic mass of an element is determined. So in this way, what is the definition of this atomic mass? Look here. So this is the average relative mass. It is the average relative mass of an atom as compared to 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. So by taking the weight of an atom of carbon 12 and its 1/12 part, how many times one atom is heavier than that? By comparing with it, the atomic mass of an element is determined. That means the atomic mass of an element, atomic mass of the relative average atomic mass of the element, relative atomic mass of an element is equal to mass of an element, mass of an atom. This is the mass of an atom divided by 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. In this is the relative atomic mass of an element, that is mass of an atom by 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. That means how many times one atom of an element is heavier than 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. That is known as atomic mass. So, one atom of hydrogen is 1 times heavier than 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. That's why the atomic mass of hydrogen taken as 1. Similarly, one atom of oxygen is 16 times heavier. 16 times heavier than 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. Hence, the atomic mass of oxygen is taken as 16, and this value is expressed as AMU. This value is expressed as AMU. Hence, the atomic mass of oxygen is 16 AMU. Okay, and what is the value of this AMU? The value of this AMU, that is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So it is found that 12 gram of carbon contain 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of carbon atom. So 12 gram of carbon means that is mole. What is mole? That we will discuss later. So 12 gram of carbon contain Avogadro's number of atoms. That is 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of carbon atoms. Then one atom of carbon has weight 12 by 6.02 10 to the power 23. Then 1/12 of an atom of carbon has weight 12 by 6.02 10 to the power 23 into 1/12. That is the 1/12 of, so 1/12. So 12 cancels 1 by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 gram. So this value equal to 1.66 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So the weight of 1/12 of one atom of carbon is taken as 1.66 10 to the power minus 24 gram. That is equal to 1 AMU. So that is equal to 1 AMU. So in this way, how many times any atom is heavier than 1/12 of one atom of carbon? By this we can measure what is the atomic mass of this element. But generally, for remembering what is the atomic mass of an element, in sometimes the atomic mass of the element is nearly equal to its mass number. The atomic mass of an element is nearly equal to its mass number. So what is the mass number? That is the sum of its number of neutrons and protons. Sum of its number of neutrons and protons. For example, hydrogen has no neutron. It has only one proton. So 1 in this way. So its atomic mass is 1. Similarly, if we take for helium, its atomic mass is taken generally as 4 and its mass number is 4. So atomic number is also taken as 4. So because it has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So the mass number, atomic mass number, don't confuse about atomic number and atomic mass number. So atomic number means number of electrons or number of protons. Number of electrons or number of protons present in an atom. That is known as its atomic number. And atomic mass number, this is the sum of neutrons and protons. That is number of neutrons plus number of protons. The sum of these two is known as its atomic number. So there are some elements which exist in different isotopic forms. There are some elements which exist in different isotopic forms. So what do you mean by isotope? What do you mean by isotope? I think all you know what is isotope. So same element having same atomic number but different mass number is known as isotope. So elements having same atomic number but different mass number. These are known as your isotope. Element having same atomic number but different mass number are known as your isotope. So for isotopes, their average value is taken as their atomic masses, as their relative atomic masses. So for isotopes, the average value is taken as their relative atomic masses. For example, chlorine exists in 2 isotopic forms. Chlorine exists in 2 isotopic forms, that is chlorine 35, same atomic number, and another chlorine exists, another from 37. So chlorine exists, chlorine has 2 isotopes, that is 35 and 37. And in a sample, generally we get 75% of chlorine, 35 and 25% of this. Or the ratio is 3:1. The ratio of abundance, how much these are available. So these are generally available in the ratio 3:1. So in that cases, the atomic mass of the element is determined from its average value. Then what is its atomic mass? Then the atomic mass of chlorine is taken as atomic mass of chlorine, that is equal to, so what is this percentage abundance into its atomic mass, or what is this ratio into its atomic mass, plus another ratio into its atomic mass divided by total number. Okay, so in this way, this is 3 part into 35 plus 1 into 35 into 3 plus 37 into 1 divided by total number of parts, 3 plus 1, that is 4. It is equal to 105 plus 37 by 4, 142 by 4, that is equal to 35.5. In this way, the atomic mass of chlorine is taken as 35.5. So there are so many elements, they have atomic mass, some fractional value, because generally they exist in different isotopic forms. In this way, we get they have different fractional values. Okay. So now look at the atomic masses of some elements. The atomic masses of elements for first 30 elements. What is the so this atomic mass of the elements is generally determined by comparing with 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12, and if it exists in isotopic form, then its average value is taken as its atomic mass. So now let us look at here what are the atomic masses of first 30 elements. Okay, so hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, then vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. So the atomic masses of these elements here 1, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 19, 20, 23, 24, 27, 28, 31, 32, 35.5, 40, 39, 40, then 45, 48, 50, 51, 55, 56, 58.9, 58.9, it has also 58.7, 63.5 and 65. So these are the atomic masses of the elements. So up to atomic number 20, there is a rule to find out, that is to remember the atomic masses of the elements. So these are the atomic masses of first 30 elements that will be required for your future. Okay. So for hydrogen to calcium, up to this, to remember the atomic masses of these elements, remember if the atomic number is odd number, if the atomic number is odd, then multiply the atomic number by 2 and add 1, that is 2n plus 1, and it is if even then 2n. So in this way you can find out the atomic mass number. Okay, so even 2n, and for odd 2n plus 1. But there are also some exceptions. For example, so for beryllium is one exception, for argon, that is one exception, and for nitrogen this is one exception. Although it has 7 atomic number, so its atomic mass is 14, just 2n. Okay, so with some exceptions, all other cases it follows the rule. For odd number, that is 2n plus 1, and for even number, that is 2n. In this way find out what is the atomic mass of an element up to 20, atomic number 20. And when 20 onward, it changes. That are why it changes, that are different reason. We'll discuss later. Next, another term, that is what do you mean by gram atomic mass? Gram atomic mass. So gram atomic mass means the atomic mass of an element expressed in grams. The atomic mass of the element generally expressed in grams, that is called gram atomic mass. But actually the mass of an element which is numerically equal to the mass of an element in grams, which is numerically equal to its atomic mass, is known as gram atomic mass. It is also known as 1 gram atom. Okay, so the mass of an element, in grams, which is numerically equal to its atomic mass, is known as gram atomic mass. And gram atomic mass also called 1 gram atom. Gram atomic mass. So don't confuse about 1 gram of the substance and 1 gram atom of the substance. 1 gram of the substance means just its weight is 1 gram. And gram atomic mass means what is its atomic mass value? No, just put gram, that is known as your gram atomic mass. For example, the gram atomic mass of oxygen. Gram atomic mass of oxygen, that is equal to 16 gram. But when I tell about what is the atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16 AMU, that is the mass of 1 atom. And when we consider gram atomic mass 16 gram, that always contain 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of atoms. And again this calculations, these relations we will discuss in mole concept. In mole concept, this again we will discuss what is the gram atomic mass and how it is related to the number. Similarly, gram atomic mass of sodium. So you know the atomic mass of sodium is 23 mu. So that is equal to, and gram atomic mass of sodium 23 gram. Similarly, gram atomic mass of calcium, that is equal to 40 gram. Gram atomic mass of carbon, that is equal to 12 gram. So when we consider gram atomic mass, what is this atomic mass? Put here gram, that is known as your gram atomic mass. And all these terms is also called 1 gram atom, and that always contain Avogadro's number of atoms. So it contains 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of oxygen atom. It contains 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of sodium atom. It contains 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of calcium atom. It contains 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of carbon atom. So So what is its gram atomic mass? That always contain 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of atom. And what is the weight of one atom? So just divide 16 by this Avogadro's number. So that is equal to its actual mass. Okay. So in this way, so now you know what is atomic mass, what is mass number, what is the relative atomic mass, and what is gram atomic mass. Now just one problem, that is the average atomic mass of boron is, the average atomic mass of boron is 10.8. It has two isotopes, that is boron 10 and boron 11. Find out the percentage abundance. Find out the percentage abundance or the ratio of their isotopes, or the ratio of their isotopes. Okay. So boron 10 and boron 11. So if one element exists in two isotopic forms having atomic masses A and B in the ratio M and N, then its average mass A into M plus B into N divided by M plus N in ratio. And similarly in percentage, A into X percentage plus B into 100 minus X percentage divided by 100. So in this way you can find out its percentage abundance. So you can find out the average mass of an element. So suppose there are given two masses, boron 10 and boron 11. Suppose it is present X percentage and it is present 100 minus X percentage. So in this way, average mass that is equal to suppose B10, this is X percentage, then B11, that is 100 minus X percentage. So average mass that is equal to 10 into X plus 100 minus X divided by 100, that is equal to 10.8. So this value 10.8, and solve this one so that you get 10x plus 1100 minus 11x, that is equal to 1080, or 1100 minus 1080, 1100 minus 1080 equal to 11x minus 10x. So x equal to 20%. So x equal to 20%. That means boron is present in 20%, boron 10 present, boron 10 present in 20%, and boron 11 present 100 minus 20, that is equal to 80%. Okay, so in this way you can solve this type of problem. Next come to another portion, that is molecular mass. Molecular mass. So what is molecular mass? So what is molecule? So molecule is the smallest particle of an element or a compound which has independent existence. Atom may or may not have independent existence, but molecule have independent existence. It is the smallest particle of an element or also of compound. In some cases compound has the smallest particle molecule, in some cases element has the smallest particle molecule. So molecule is also very small. In this you cannot isolate individually one molecule and you cannot weight it. So this molecule is also determined by comparing with same with the 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. Okay. So molecular mass, it is the relative mass of a molecule. Relative mass of a molecule of an element or a compound as compared to 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. That means how many times a molecule is heavier than 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12. That is known as its molecular mass. How many times a molecule is heavier than 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12, that is known as its molecular mass. In this way, one molecule of carbon dioxide is 44 times heavier than 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12. Hence, the molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44. So, the molecular mass of carbon dioxide, that is 44, and molecular mass is also expressed in AMU because it is compared with 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12, and molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 AMU. Similarly, one molecule of oxygen is 32 times heavier than that of 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12. Hence, the molecular mass of oxygen, that is equal to 32 AMU. 32 AMU. Similarly, the molecular mass of nitrogen, that is 28 AMU. Molecular mass of hydrogen, that is 2 AMU. Okay, so how many times a molecule is heavier than 1/12 of one atom of carbon 12? That is known as your molecular mass. Another thing, the molecular mass is also expressed in AMU. Another thing, the molecular mass of a molecule you can simply calculate by adding its atomic masses of all elements. Atomic masses of all atoms of the elements. Okay, so the molecular mass of any molecule can be determined by the sum of atomic masses of all elements present in the molecule of a compound. For example, the molecular mass of methane. The molecular mass of methane. So here carbon and hydrogen, two elements present. So carbon has atomic mass 12 and hydrogen has atomic mass 1, and 4 hydrogens, 1 into 4, that is equal to 16 AMU. Similarly, the molecular mass of glucose, that is equal to 12 into 6 plus 1 into 12 plus 16 into 6. You know these are the atomic masses and their numbers, that is equal to 180 AMU. molecular mass of a molecule is the sum of atomic masses of all atoms present in the molecule. The sum of atomic masses of all atoms present in the molecule, that is known as its molecular mass. And as the atomic masses are taken either in the average value, in this is also the relative average mass of that molecule is also, this is also known as the average value or the relative mass of a molecule. This is also determined by the relative mass of the molecule. Okay. Next come to what is gram molecular mass. What is gram molecular mass? Gram molecular mass. In short, GMM. So, the molecular mass of a molecule expressed in grams is called gram molecular mass. The molecular mass of a molecule expressed in grams is called gram molecular mass, or simply the mass of a molecule which is the mass of some element, the mass of some element or compound in grams which is numerically equal to the molecular mass of the substance, that is known as your gram molecular mass. Or simply speaking, the molecular mass expressed in grams, molecular mass expressed in grams. Molecular mass expressed in grams, simply speaking, is called gram molecular mass. Or what is its molecular mass? Just write it in gram. That is known as its gram molecular mass. Or the mass of molecule which is numerical, the mass of molecules in grams which is numerically equal to its molecular mass is known as gram molecular mass. Okay, so mass of molecules in grams which is numerically equal to its molecular mass is known as gram molecular mass. It is also called 1 gram molecule. It is also called 1 gram molecule. So 1 gram molecule of any substance means what is its molecular mass? Just put it gram. Okay. And 1 gram molecule of any substance contains 6.02 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. 1 gram molecule, that is contains 6.02 10 to the 23 number of molecules. So, gram molecular mass of methane, that is equal to 16 gram, that is equal to 1 gram molecule. Similarly, gram molecular mass of carbon dioxide 44 gram, that is equal to 1 gram molecule. Similarly, gram molecular mass of ethane C2H6, that is equal to 30 gram, that is equal to 1 gram molecule. So, gram molecular mass has other name, that is 1 gram molecule, that is equal to its molecular mass and with gram. Okay, so 16 gram, 44 gram, 30 gram, these are its gram molecular mass, that is also known as 1 gram molecule. And all it contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules. All this contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules each. and we will discuss about all these in mole concept again. So all this known as a mole, and all these relations will be discussed again in mole concept. Okay, so all these are linked chapters. So in this way, today you get some hints in next class, and later we will discuss all these things in mole concept. Next come to equivalent mass. So what is equivalent mass? The equivalent mass, that means how many parts of any substance is comparable with how many parts of another substance. What is equivalent? So equivalent according to mass, or equivalent according to price, equivalent according to anything else. What is its equivalent? Equivalent means suppose any chemical reaction takes place. If any chemical reaction takes place, always they react according to their equivalent masses. So, how many parts of sodium? Suppose some parts of sodium is given, some amount of sodium is given, and to this some amount of sodium, what is its equivalent to with how many parts of chlorine? So, in this according to its equivalent parts of chlorine, it reacts to form sodium chloride. Similarly, sodium reacts with equivalent amount of hydrogen to form sodium hydride, and sodium also reacts with its equivalent amount of oxygen to form sodium oxide. In this way, equivalent means if there are different masses, how many parts of one substance is equivalent with how many parts of another substance. So that is by comparing we can find out what is the equivalent mass. So to compare this equivalent mass, generally maximum compounds are formed by combining with either hydrogen or with chlorine or with oxygen. So in this way, these three are taken as standard to determine the equivalent mass of the substances. So what is equivalent mass? It is the number of parts by mass of the substance which combines or displaces directly or indirectly 1.008 parts. 1.008 parts by mass of hydrogen, or 8 parts by mass of oxygen, or 35.5 parts by mass of chlorine. That is known as its equivalent mass. So equivalent mass of any element or any substance is the number of parts by mass of the substance. This is the number of parts by mass of the substance which combines or displaces. Directly or indirectly 1.008 parts by mass of hydrogen, or 8 parts by mass of oxygen, or 35.5 parts by mass of chlorine. So by combining with hydrogen, 1.008 parts of hydrogen, with oxygen 8 parts, with chlorine 35.5 parts, we can find out what is the equivalent mass of substance. Okay. Just look, just one example. Suppose magnesium plus H2SO4 give rise to MgSO4 plus H2. So if we look at this, so here magnesium, it has weight here 24. Suppose I have expressed in grams, this has 24 grams, and hydrogen has weight 2.016 gram. So when magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. So magnesium reacts with sulfuric acid, it gives magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. So from this we can discuss 2.016 gram of hydrogen displaced from magnesium, that is equal to 24 gram. Then 1.008 gram of hydrogen displaced from magnesium, 24 by 2.016 into 1.008. According to definition, which displaces 1.008 gram of hydrogen, that is known as its equivalent mass. So in this way, the equivalent mass of magnesium is found to be 12. Okay, so in this is displacement method, and another different method, by combining also we can find out what is the equivalent mass of any substance. Look here, another example, magnesium plus oxygen give rise to 2NgO. So 2 into 24, and here O2 its mass is 32. Suppose I have written in gram, that is 32 gram. So 32 gram of oxygen combines with 2 into 24 gram of magnesium. Similarly 12. So with oxygen, when you compare with oxygen, that is 8 gram of oxygen combines with 2 into 24 divided by 32 into 8. That is, so in this way we find the equivalent mass of magnesium is 12. Okay. Similarly, by comparing with chlorine also we find out what is the equivalent mass of any metal, okay, or any substance, any metal or any substance. Look at the formula, MgCl2. So from this formula for MgCl2, the mass of magnesium is how much here? 24, and the mass of chlorine is what? 2 into 35.5, that is 71. So from this formula, 71 parts of chlorine combines with 24 gram of magnesium. Then 35.5 parts of chlorine combines with, that is 24 by 71 into 35.5, that is again 12. So in this way, by comparing with, we can find out what is the equivalent mass of any element. So the equivalent mass can be determined by different methods. There are different formulas to calculate what is the equivalent mass of substance. With respect to hydrogen, that is weight of hydrogen, weight of metal by weight of hydrogen into 1.008. This gives you the equivalent mass. If you have determined the equivalent mass of any metal, weight of metal by weight of hydrogen into 1.008. Similarly, with respect to oxygen, the equivalent mass of metal, weight of metal by weight of oxygen into 8. Similarly, with respect to chlorine, we have to decide the equivalent mass by the formula equivalent mass of metal or substance, that is equal to weight of metal by weight of chlorine into 35.5. So in this way we can determine what is the equivalent mass of an element by comparing with chlorine, oxygen and hydrogen. Similarly, the equivalent mass expressed in grams is called gram equivalent mass or 1 gram equivalent. And how to determine the equivalent mass of some elements and compounds we will discuss later.